Where protesters now need a permit to march. This comes after months of demonstrations for Steve Perkins, a man shot and killed by Decatur police. Mayor Tab Bowling issued a statement reinforcing the existing law, saying anyone wishing to protest or demonstrate must get a permit from the city. Our Jasmine Bird spoke with city council members. Here's a listen.
I'm curious to know the legality and behind it on how we're going to be able to enforce it and if it is enforceable. To my understanding, it is enforceable.
Decatur Mayor Tab Bowling's recent statement reinforcing an existing law that anyone wishing to protest or demonstrate must obtain a permit from the city of Decatur per existing city code is causing a bit of concern in the River City. Decatur Councilmember Hunter Pepper says there is some concern with a possible First Amendment right violation.
If that is the case, then obviously we do not need to be enforcing such a thing because we don't want to violate anybody's rights.
Councilmember Billy Jackson agrees.
We have the right of free speech. We have the right to demonstrate. We have the right to protest. And, many of the changes that have come within our society have come because of protest. So I don't ever want to be in a situation where we are taking the ability of our citizens or of people in general to be able to take away their ability to protest.
And Jackson says, based on the mayor's interpretation and legal interpretation, as the ordinance relates to gathering or assembling.
If they want to gather for a prayer vigil, or if they want to gather for an outdoor church activities, all of those have to be because it says assembly, and that's an assembly. So I would think that all of those now, based on this interpretation, would have to go and file permits.
Pepper also adds that this law has been in effect for a very long time.
So it's obviously we want people to be able to grieve, correct? So we want people to take time and get to grieve properly how they want to grieve. We want them to be able to mourn the loss of their loved one. And unfortunately, it's now time to move on. It's time to move on.
In Decatur, Jasmine Bird, Fox 54 News.
And tonight it was a hot topic on the table during Decatur City's council meeting. Here's a listen to some of the complaints.
So I want everyone in Decatur to know that if you walk with a group of 5 or more people, this mayor is saying that you have to have a permit to do so.
There's still questions and confusion of what constitutes having a permit and what doesn't. Much of the backlash surrounding the mayor's permit announcement stems from the potential for citizens' constitutional rights to be infringed upon.
I watch you infringe on everybody's cause I've never seen nothing like this. The Decatur law doesn't trump the Constitution. It doesn't trump federal law.
And shortly after this resident speaks on justice for Steve Perkins, here's what the mayor had to say in response.
So justice for Steve Perkins will not be decided here at Decatur City Hall. Justice for Steve Perkins will be decided at the Morgan County Courthouse.
Councilman Billy Jackson, however, seemingly retorted this statement, saying in part that yes, a portion of the justice would have to be handled across the street at the Morgan County Courthouse, but a portion would also have to be handled at the City Hall too.